All right, Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadaj, double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole free elect of the tabernacles of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, wherever you may be, Shalom, Yeshua, Shalom. All right, I'll do the response to this video here. It's kind of a weird session here. I can understand why the elder was a little bit confused because, I mean, IUIC is basically confusing, man. They are confusing, okay? Especially if you don't know any better, all right? They're very confusing, all right? And they're very crafty with how they lay their doctrine. And it might be me. It might just be me. I could be wrong. Seems like every time they want to make a point in the scriptures, all right, and have it believable, seems like they always have to throw a jab at, the brothers of GMS. It might just be me, though. But yeah, IUIC is very confusing. And I don't really know what angle to hit this at. I did want to make a response. I have a couple things. It should be super brief. But yeah, one for one. Well, you see the elder's title here. It says IUIC, the mark of the beast, is also not wearing fringes. The saga continues. And this is what they do, all right? They spew false doctrine, then change the false doctrine to another false doctrine, right? Never, come to the conclusion of what the truth is, all right? Because, their arrogancy and their pride. But anyways, so yeah, a couple things that they said, which stood out to me, which really, most of the video was kind of jumbled together. But now, dealing with on a particular angle with how they were talking about. As a matter of fact, let's play the video so we can get into it. Let's play the video first.
So the Pharisees did keep the law, and they did teach the law, okay? But at the same time, they were doing evil behind it. They were being hypocrites behind it. You understand? They were teaching the law, but they weren't really applying it. So that's why earlier we read Matthew 5, where it says, except your righteousness exceed theirs, you ain't getting the kingdom. And you can't teach and then not do. The Pharisees were teaching and not doing. Yeah.
And it's crazy how he's saying this, which what he's saying is right and true. But the thing is that, these are the guys that hang on the law, and then you see them doing what? Breaking the laws, okay?
Understand? Like I said earlier, they would wear the fringes. They wore that according to the law, but they weren't really applying the law at the same time. That's why I said that they say and do not. The law says wear fringes. They wore fringes, but they weren't keeping the laws. The law says wear fringes. They wore fringes, but they weren't keeping the laws. The law says wear fringes. They wore fringes, but they weren't keeping the laws.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
So are we still generating today? Okay, so we're still aware. Go ahead.
In that they put upon the fringe,
So upon the fringe, go ahead,
of the borders a riband of blue.
So a ribbon of blue. So Israel had, according to the law, had to have on the borders of their garments fringes with a ribbon of blue on top of the fringe. You understand? On the borders of your garment, the extremity, the end of your garment. Go ahead.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it.
You may what?
That ye may look upon it.
That you may see it. Go ahead.
And remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
Go ahead.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes.
Not do what you want to do. Go ahead.
After which ye used to go a-whoring.
Meaning following the other nations. What?
Remember.
That's why it says earlier, what's that?
Israelites are always looking to other languages just to justify us.
Now, real quick, the argument with the fringes is, we're not saying, brothers are not saying don't wear your fringes, all right? What we're saying is the fringes are for camp. When you're out here in everyday life, you shouldn't have your fringes on, because you have to understand you're living in a world where everybody is about to hate you for who you are and who you're saying that you are and what you teach. So it's not wise to run around with your fringes on, okay? Because it's going to make you, pointed out, be a target. And he claims, oh yeah, we wear it because we hate this place. Well, that's not a good reason for you to be wearing that, because you're supposed to hate this place anyways, all right? It's a place where you've been held captive. So your basis of, oh, we hate this place, so we wear our fringes anywhere. It just sounds stupid, okay? So there's really no true argument there on their behalf. All right. They're not teaching their people, their congregation, wisdom. All right. It's not wise for you to run around, all right, in the US of A with your fringes on, because not everybody is fully aware of the Israelites. But there's coming a time where the persecution is going to be spotlight Israelite. And you running around with your fringes on is going to get you, persecuted and possibly put to death, man. That's where wisdom comes in at. We're not living in a time period where we can just openly wear our fringes. All right. You're harping too much on, past captivities or just the fringes alone. We're supposed to keep them in our generations, all this. Yeah, we understand. That's what the scriptures say. All right. But are you living in a time period where it's expedient, all right, for you to wear your fringes every single day? That's not smart. That's not wise. Okay. You shouldn't be walking around with fringes on, because a lot of people don't know anything about no fringes and no Israelites. They're like, what the hell is this? That's just crazy. But some people do know. It's like, oh, one of those people. And immediately, a person probably has no real importance in this earth, but they know, oh, you're one of those black Hebrew Israelites, right? So imagine the whole world coming down on you. Every neighborhood, every person, your face is plastered on some billboard or television or whatever the case may be, and everybody's looking for you. You make yourself an easier target because they were like, well, hey, 3 doors down there on the top floor, right, in my apartment complex, there was a person that walking outside every day with those things on. What do you call them? Fringes? Yeah, they have those fringes on. Yeah, they live right there. It's not wise, man. All right. Clark Kent, Superman. It's simple. Okay. But, guys want to do their own thing. But let's keep going and play some more of this, because he's about to talk about something else.
Right. So what is it about the English? Why is it? You right. You on it. But I want you to just bring it on home. Make them mad. I don't care. Because other people going to get mad. So what?
Because the English language is, especially with this, in this case, it's so simple. It's not hard to understand. It's not
exactly. It's too plain. They said, wait a minute now.
And that's the problem with the English language. It is too plain. As a matter of fact, let me go and pull up my see if I can I was trying to minimize it. I think I already have it over here. Let me go over here. Yep, here it is. So in this big whopping verse here, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 1. All right. Bear with me. All right, my apologies. I had to relocate there. I just couldn't standing right next to my car. So, so I moved on, chose another location. But so like I was saying though, so this is the problem with the IUIC. All right. Where there's the English is too plain for them. It's too plain for them. Whatever. Okay. That means just that you're plain. All right. You're simple. Okay. Because what's the problem with your own language, with the Hebrew tongue? Why don't you believe in your own tongue? All right. Is the Greek too complicated for you? You see? And this is very important. And it's not the talking point, but speaking on it is entirely important that you go into, because like as I said this before camp, what if there was no English language? What are you going to go to then? You're going to go right back to that Hebrew, that Aramaic, and that Greek. Okay? And so when you're dealing with the micro C hip in Revelation 13, you got to go into that Greek to understand what it's talking about. Okay? And go into those words and those root words there to understand what it's talking about. But see, the IUIC has a clever tactic of telling their congregation to just be simple, believe what we're telling you and how we're breaking it down to you, and don't really research anything and stay in the English language. Okay. And let's just read it from here. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 1. It says, let me just start right here. It says, wherefore let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us wherein we may seem to come short of some words, which we have labored to interpret. For the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue. Okay. Now this is talking about the Hebrew. So you're dealing with the Old Testament and Daniel, the Aramaic. All right. What do you got to go to those two languages there, which the Aramaic and the Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew is similar anyways, but you get the point though. You got to go into those in certain places. Okay. When you go to the New Testament, you got to go where? You got to go back to that Greek. See? So it says, and translate into another tongue, which is what? English, later translate into what? To English, have not the same force in them. You see? And not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language. So in order to clearly understand what scriptures are talking about, there's instances in different scriptures, all right, where you have to go back to the original language that it was written in to understand what the writer meant by what he wrote, or the prophet meant by what he wrote. And that's not the English, you see? So they have a thing for telling their congregation to just be simple. Just give it to me in English, all right? Give it to me this. Let me see. Let me keep going because he says that.
No. They said, wait a minute. No. Fear of fringes. They be scared to death. They just tell them straight up. Fear of fringes. They be scared to death. They just tell them straight up. So, no. Give me another language. Give it to me. Give me the blue letter. Give me the Hebrew. Give me this. Give me French. Give me Swahili.
And your leader went into the blue letter. Or whatever what was the other one? The Bible Hub, right? You went into the Bible Hub and stuff, okay? Give me the English. Give me the French. They think they're being cute, man, but hey, they don't understand that there's a judgment coming for you mishandling these scriptures, man, okay? Give me the English. Give me the Swahili. Give me this. Give me that. Give me the Ubuntu, okay? It's funny, right?
Give me what's plain in English. Give me what's plain in English.
Recognize who I am or what I am. I don't want that. Well, why not? I don't want that, because that's that fear. They want the world to accept them. They want to still have that acceptance of the world. I don't care about this place. I don't care about it at all. So I wear my fringes. But Israel, most of us, they don't want that. They want to be secret identity prophets. You're a superhero in the corners, Bibles, beard glowing in the sun, as you teach rhinestones and gems all over the garment. But then camp ends, garment comes off, nigga man.
Can you hear the hypocrisy? He's sitting up here in a shiny ass suit though. But that ain't the point, man. Come on, man. Shiny suit, man.
You're nigga man all over again. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And that nigga man, big N in your chest. That's what that is. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. You want to blame it on anybody else? That's a problem. 1 Peter 2:9.
It's in your mind and it's not being shown through your actions. What good is it? So it's beyond that. That's the reason why another part of it says with the phylacteries around the arms. The reason why it was around the arm, with the phylacteries around the arms. With the phylacteries around the arms. The reason why it was around the arm, because your action is supposed to be reflective of what's in your mind. Here's the contrast. When the scriptures talk about the mark of the beast, it's just a different mark. You got the mark of God and you have the mark of the beast, which is the mark of sin. Y'all understand me? The mark of sin being in your mind and in your hand, meaning that you execute through action what's in your mind. So that means you commit the sin that your mind has generated from the mark of the beast, so to speak. It's in your mind. That means your actions will reflect the laws of God. How would your actions be reflected with the mark of God? By you taking your hand and having fringes put on your clothing. So your mind tells your body what to do, meaning that you're going to execute what's in your mind. If it's evil, it's going to come out in sin. If it's right, if it's the right mark, it's going to come out within action by you showing your light. That's how that's working. That's why.
And it's everything he's saying is so confused. I don't even think he even knows what he's talking about, man. But this is what they do, man. Just, spewing out whatever to the congregation, and the congregation believes it, man. And it just, come on, man.
Fringes are important.
I want to give all the praises and the honor
All right,
to
so
you.
yeah, that was it. I could let the, elder roll for a little bit, but I'm gonna just hit this scripture real quick so we can just close it out. Let me go over here let me grab my axe I had earlier. Let me see what I want. Titus 1. Go back to that KJV. All right, Titus chapter 1. I don't know what verse I'm looking for. Let me see here. Let me go down here. All right, so here we go. Titus 1:10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. All right, those that know about being Israelites and so on and so forth. Like them, those that know the law. All right, but they want to go about doing things their way. All right. And let's get these words here: unruly, vain talkers, unruly. All right. Not made subject, unsubjected, that cannot be subjected to control, disobedient, unruly, refractory. Yeah, they hate, they hate, to come up under the apostles. All right, and they will not do it. All right, and they hate being rebuked. All right, by the brothers of GMS, right, from the apostles on down. All right, the subject, put in subjection, so on and so forth. Right, and then when you get the word, what vain talkers? Let's see what that says. An idle talker, one who utters empty, senseless, like I just said. All right, you see, whatever everything he was just saying, it was empty and senseless. All right. Now his congregation doesn't understand because they're pretty much under a spell. All right. All right, but to someone who's been taught the right way, you just know he's uttering nonsense, man. All right. An idle talker, one who utters empty, senseless things. Let's get the word deceivers. A mind deceiver, a seducer. Okay. And this is what they're drilling false doctrine within the congregation's head, man. Okay. Telling you not to go into words, not to read, but research things, different languages and all these things. Okay. Got the nerve to be talking about phylacteries and Pharisees, and they're doing the same thing the Pharisees are doing. Like, what are you doing, man? Especially they of the circumcision, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses. All right. Let's get the word subvert. To overthrow, overturn, destroy, to subvert. Like it says, is that in Matthew? You make them twofold a child of hell. Okay. Let me see if I can get that real quick. As a matter of fact, I think the elder mentioned that, if I'm correct. Maybe the blue letter give it to us if I spelled that right. There it is. Matthew 23:15. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For ye compare sea and land to make one proselyte, and when he is made, ye make him twofold more the child of hell than yourselves. Yeah, you are erring in the way of the truth, and then those that come up under you are also going off because you're teaching them your way. All right, you're not teaching them according to what the scriptures say. You're not really extensive, which they IUIC does some research and stuff like that. I won't say they don't, all right, but when it comes to breaking down these scriptures, all right, they lack the proper research, all right, which mainly comes from going into their words. They don't like to go into words. Just give me the English. It's plain. And that's the problem. The English is plain, okay? You need to get the root word, all right, what it means, okay? So it says, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake, okay? Teaching things that they ought not, all right? These false doctrines, all right? Telling you about, wearing your fringes. That's not wise. Now, it's not against the scriptures for you to, to wear your fringes everywhere you want to wear them at, but is it wise, though? All right? Where are we right now? We're in an age of not peace. We're in the time of war. We're in a time where your enemies, where they've always understood who you are, but your enemies are trying to reveal it to the earth. Well, they're not going to try to reveal it to the earth, all right? But because they don't want to call you Israelites, but they're going to say, hey, these people are the reason behind this, and that, the third thing. As I just mentioned before, man, openly wearing your fringes and your neighbors are peeping your game. You got your coworkers, might see your fringes and stuff like that. So it's not going to be hard to find you where you are, all right? Because you may have to be a pilgrim, but you never get the chance to if everybody knows about you and your neighbors know where you're at. All right. Oh my gosh, Larry. All right. Did you see the news, bud? Yeah, I saw it, man. Okay. Hey, there's a couple of those Israelites right in this neighborhood. Because you're going to be on TV. All right. Or possibly, we don't know if that's going to be TV, but that's probably the best way to do it. So they see you on TV, and there's nowhere for you to hide because Larry and Bob, all right, they're friends. You live in their neighborhood, okay? So they know about you because you walk outside with your fringes every day. Yeah, that's one of those guys with those things. What are they called? I don't know. They're those fringy. I don't know what they're called, but he has them on. Bring, 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 and you're out of there. They're gonna call, say something, see something, right? And you see they're leaning towards that now, anyways. Okay. They're going to say something, see something on you, wearing your fringes everywhere. All right. Because you don't want to be Clark Kent and making a joke about it. You don't want to be Clark Kent. Okay, well, be Superman all the time. All right? Guess what? Esau's the kryptonite. He got an answer for that. Since you want to be Superman all the time, he's got an answer for it. It's called kryptonite. Okay? And and Esau is just like Lex Luthor, a smart ass with money. Okay? That's it. All right. What does the scripture say? They accomplish a diligent search. He know how to get you, man. Esau knows your kryptonite. Since you don't want to be Clark Kent, oh, he's got your kryptonite, man. But back on point, man. It's very unwise to wear your fringes everywhere, man. Okay. One of themselves, even a prophet of their own, said the Cretians are always liars, evil beasts, slow bellies. All right. And that's why IUIC lacks the understanding of certain things because they don't want to go into words. All right. But I want to get this last couple scriptures down here. As a matter of fact, let's get 14 on down. Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. You see? Now, like I said, you know, it might not be against the scriptures to wear your fringes everywhere, but it's not wise to do it, okay? Those are commandments of men to just wear your fringes everywhere. Where's wisdom behind that? Right? You're behind enemy lines right now. There's no wisdom behind that. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that are defiled and unbelieving is nothing pure. But even their mind and conscience is defiled. They profess that they know God, all right? They know the Most High, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. Okay? So, like I said, it wasn't much to speak on, and the whole little thing was just confusing. All right. But as you see, they're going to continue doing what they do, and that's what they do. All right. They don't want to really fully teach the 100% truth. All right. And it doesn't even camp out that they don't even think anyone can have 100% truth, which shows that they don't have the 100% truth. If you don't even think it, then that means you yourself can't have it. Okay. So, but anyways, I'm going to just leave it at that. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.